Okay, so we will start. Let everyone join. Imperfections in solid, or we can also call it as imperfection in crystal lattice. Crystal lattice. So imperfections, imperfection, or we can also call imperfection as defects. Defects. Okay. So just take the heading imperfections or defects in crystal lattice or in case of solids. Okay, so we will go for the topic imperfections in crystal lattice, which is nothing but defects in crystal lattice. Fine. Say we all very well know that in the crystal lattice, atoms are arranged in a very orderly manner, right? Especially if you take a ionic crystals like NaCl, KCl, right? Compared to molecular solids, covalent solids, metallic solids, and ionic solids will have very proper arrangement of particles. Okay, so ionic solids will have ions. So you have both positive ion and negative ion here, right? So positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, negative ion. You know, arrangement is very much proper throughout the crystal lattice. But by any chance, okay, when you heat a crystal lattice, or when you apply some kind of pressure, or when you decrease the temperature, whatever may be the disturbance, due to a disturbance, what happens is the arrangement of atoms in the lattice will change. Okay, you will find disturbance in the arrangement of atoms. That orderly arrangement will get disturbed. Okay, that is what we call defect or imperfection in crystal lattice. Clear? We all very well know that, especially the ionic crystals, ions are very nicely arranged in an orderly manner. By any chance, any disturbance will create a disturbance in the arrangement, and this disturbance, in other words, we can call it as defects. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the different types of defects, and there are two types of defects mainly, and note down the two types of defects. And before we go to the types of defects, I think let us take one sentence on what actually we mean by imperfection or defect. Okay, so it is nothing but deviation. Defect is nothing but deviation in regular arrangement of constituent particles. constituent particles. Okay, so usually you will find defects in ionic solids. Ionic solids, because in the ionic solids you will observe a regular arrangement, a regular pattern in the constituent particles, where just by increasing the temperature, that's when you heat a solid or when you apply a pressure, whatever may be the disturbance that you supply from outside, it will create a disturbance in the arrangement of constituent particles. Okay, so that is what we mean by defects or imperfection, right? Okay, so now there are two types of defects. Two types of defects. The first one is point defect, and the second one is line defects. Okay, fine. See, here in a chapter, for your level, we concentrate only about the point defect. See, about the line defects, you will study in higher classes. Okay, so we concentrate only on point defects. So, what may be this point defect? Point defect arises. It arises due to missing of constituent particles. Missing of constituent particles. Okay, and it is restricted to only one particle or one ion or one atom in a crystal lattice. Okay, so point defect. Point means what? Single atom or single ion. Only when you have a difference in the arrangement of single atom or single ion. In case a single atom or single ion is missing, then we will call it as point defect. See, I can show that in a diagrammatic way. Just try to understand. If this is a crystal lattice, imagine you have this arrangement: positive, negative, positive ion, negative ion, positive ion. So again here, negative ion, positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, and so on. Okay, negative, positive, whatever it is, you have a regular arrangement. In case, if only one ion is missing, okay, any one ion, it may be a positive ion or negative ion, doesn't matter. If any one ion or one particle is missing from a lattice side, then we will call it as point defect. Point defect. It means that, see, the crystal lattice got disturbed just because of one lattice point. You know what do you mean by lattice point? Each constituent particle is called lattice point, isn't it? So this defect has arisen because of only one lattice point, because of only one ion or atom missing. Okay, so such a defects are categorized as point defect. Whereas line defect. So in a line defect, the entire line itself will go missing. Okay, so you had this arrangement: positive ion, negative ion, positive, negative, positive, negative. See, here just you had a defect due to single lattice point. But here, imagine if all these ions go missing from a lattice side, then the entire place has become a vacant. That creates a disturbance in the crystal lattice. Okay, so this is how you observe in line defect, and this is how you will observe in point defect. Okay, so hope you got to know the difference between line defect and point defect. Okay, line defect means entire row will go missing. Okay, here only a single lattice point, that means a single ion, it may be a positive or negative, goes missing. Okay, so this is restricted to single point. That's why it is called point defect. And this is restricted to full line. Okay, total row is going missing. Okay, so this is the difference between point defect and line defect. So in our chapter, we are studying everything about point defect only. There are so many types of point defects. All of them we have to discuss one by one. Okay, so hope the difference between point defect and line defect has become clear for you. So I'll erase and I'll go for point defects. So point defects are of many types. So first note it down, all the types of point defects. types of point defects. Okay, so first one, stoichiometric defects. Stoichiometric defects. Second one, non-stoichiometric defects. Non-stoichiometric defects. And finally, we have impurity defect. Impurity defect. Okay, so these are the three different types of point defects that we have to study in detail. Okay, so Ivaga, one by one, let us see what actually we mean by stoichiometric, non-stoichiometric, and we have various types under them. Okay, so all of them we will discuss. So now, just take a heading, stoichiometric defects. So iವೆರಡು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ stoichiometric defects ಅಂತ title ಇಡಿ. We'll go for its types. Fine. So before going for its types, let us try to understand what exactly we mean by stoichiometric defects. You know what? Molecular formula of a lattice will not change before the defect and also after the defect. Okay. So usually what we expect is once the ions got missing from their lattice site, maybe the molecular formula may change. That's what the expected condition, right? But here in the stoichiometric defects, molecular formula remains same before and after the defects. Okay, so you will understand that once I give you one example. Okay, so just note it down. Molecular formula of compound remains same. This is very important. Remains the same before and after the defect. Before and after the defect. Say for example, you have a particular compound which is having a molecular formula of the type AB. Okay, before a defect, when the atoms or ions are in orderly arrangement, you know, when we calculated molecular formula, we got molecular formula of the type AB. Now, I heated this solid, some ions went missing, okay, some places have become vacant. Even after that, molecular formula has not changed, it remained AB type only. So here, the stoichiometry is not changed. Stoichiometry in the sense what? Ratio of cation and anions present in a crystal lattice. So that ratio has not changed even after the defect. Okay, so such defects where the stoichiometry is not going to be changed, it is remaining same before the defect and also after the defect. Okay, so such defects will come under stoichiometric defects. Okay, so in a simple way, just remember molecular formula ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಗೆ ಅದು ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮುಂಚೆನೋ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ in other words, the ratio of cation and anion will remain same even after the defect. Okay, say before the defect you had 1:1 ratio of cation and anion. Even after the defect ratio ide irutte 1:1 irutte, em change agalla. Atoms miss agutte, ions miss agutte from their side, but then ratio of cations and anions will remain same. Okay, so adu hege anta we will see with one example. Okay, fine. So try to understand what exactly we mean by stoichiometric defect. It's just that the molecular formula would remain same before the defect and after the defect. Okay, so now there are two types of stoichiometric defects. There are two types of stoichiometric defects. They are very important. Schottky defect, and Frenkel defect. Schottky and Frenkel defects. Okay, so both the defects are very important, both for PU as well as competitive point of view. So let us try to understand what are the differences between Schottky and Frenkel defects. Okay, so I'll erase everything. Take the things in a differences way. Put two columns. One side Schottky defect, Schottky defect, and the other side Frenkel defect. Okay, so for PUC point of view, differences keltare. For competitive point of view, you know, you need to remember so many other stuffs also regarding this. So let me tell everything point wise. Okay. So the very first point that you have to remember is here from the crystal lattice, both cation and anion will go missing from their lattice sites. Okay. Say for example, you have a crystal lattice, positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, negative ion, positive ion, negative, positive, negative, okay. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Like this, all positive and negative ions are arranged in an orderly way. In case, by any chance, when you heat it or when you apply some pressure or some disturbance you have done with a crystal, what happens is one positive ion and one positive ion and one negative ion will go missing from their lattice sites. Okay, so such a defect we will call it as Schottky defect. Okay, so ಒಂದು cation miss ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು anion miss ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Number of cations missing is equal to number of anions missing. So that's why what happens here, the formula is not going to be changed. Howda? See, the ratio of cations and anions even after the defects is remaining same. Andre molecular formula dalli yava change illa. That's the reason this can be called as an example for stoichiometric defect. Okay, so both cation and anion will go missing from their lattice sites. From their lattice sites is called, okay, Schottky defect. So here, imagine the same crystal or the different ionic crystal. Remember, this Schottky defects and Frenkel defects are observed in ionic crystals. This is very important. Now, ಏನೇ defects ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ionic crystal point of view ನಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, ಈ defects ಅನ್ನೋದು most commonly found in ionic crystal, not in covalent crystal and molecular crystal. ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ defects ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ rare. Okay, ಈ ionic crystals ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ defects ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so ಈ defects ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ionic crystals ನ examples ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೀವೇನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, all these types, they all are for ionic crystals. Okay, fine. Especially Schottky and Frenkel, we speak only with ionic crystals. They are observed only in ionic crystals actually. Okay, fine. So now let us understand what is Frenkel. If this is a lattice, positive ion, negative ion, positive, negative, positive. Okay, so negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Right? If this is a lattice where positive and negative are arranged in an orderly way, see here, one of the positive ion will leave its lattice site. Other the position bitbuttu, it will occupy interstitial space. It will occupy interstitial space. So what do you mean by interstitial space? The spaces between the ions or atoms is called interstitial spaces. These spaces we will call it as interstitial. Can you all see it? Yeah. Interstitial spaces. Okay, so positive ion, it will leave its place, its site, and it will occupy the interstitial space. So such a defect is called as Frenkel defect. Okay, so this is a Frenkel defect. So is the formula remained same after the defect? Yes, because see, there is no missing of positive ion. Crystal alle irtide, but adu position bittu interstitial space alli irta ide. It's not that you lost positive ion. Positive ion is there. So the ratio of positive and negative ions have remained same even after the defect. That's why Frenkel defect is a type of stoichiometric defect. Okay, fine. And now, can you all tell me about the density? In which case you find density remaining same and density being decreased? You see here in the Frenkel defect, positive ion left its place, it occupied the interstitial. The density has not changed. Density remained same here. Whereas if you come to Schottky defect, both cation and anion went missing. They went outside of the crystal. That means the density decreased here. Okay, so here ion crystal ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. So obviously ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ density ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ density ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, density remains same. Ion ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, crystal ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Interstitial space ಅಲ್ಲಿ occupy ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay, so actually definitions of both Schottky and Frenkel is very, very important. So this is how you can talk about Schottky, and what is the sentence that you can write for Frenkel? See, the positive ion occupies only positive ion. Remember, negative ion is a displace agala. It's only a positive ion can displace. Okay, positive ion, leaves its lattice site and occupies interstitial space. Okay, so dislocation of positive ion took place to interstitial space. That way also you can talk about. So this is how we actually define and tell Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. Okay, so this is one point of difference. And now let me go for the other point of difference. I'll erase these definitions. Hope you copied all of this. Okay, so let me write the second point of difference. What happens to the density? Density decreases. Density decreases. But here, density remains same. Density remains same. Okay, so this point we already discussed. Just note it down. And later, let us go for the next point. So the next point is the examples. Observe the examples here. Say here, alkali metal crystals. So examples very, very important. Schottky defect again. Any alkali metal salts, okay, like NaCl, alkali metals are sodium, potassium, lithium, all of them, right? So sodium chloride, potassium chloride, lithium chloride, okay. So all these can be an example where Schottky defect can be observed, okay. And also remember one interesting example, AGBR, okay. So you need to remember about AGBR also, right? So usually Schottky defect is observed when you have a large difference, okay, when you have a minimum difference between the size of cation and anion. Okay, so e point to ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ competitive exam important. Schottky defect is observed in the ionic crystal where you have less size difference between cation and anion. Okay, so you can note it down this point also. Let me erase this diagram. Note it down. It is observed in the crystals where less difference in size of cation and anion. Okay, cation and anion. Okay, so between cation and anion, size difference have to be less. In such crystals, you will observe the Schottky defect. Because in the Schottky defect, both cation and anion should go missing. Okay, so that means almost both of them must have equal size. See, definitely sodium ion size is different, Cl minus size is different, no doubt. Okay, but the difference in the size must be least. least. Only then you can observe Schottky defect. Okay, this is one point. And another point is the crystals must have high coordination number. Okay, it is observed in those crystals with high coordination number. Coordination number. Okay, so what do you mean by coordination number? The number of ions that touch a particular ion. Say for example, you have NaCl. Let me erase this point. I'm erasing this point. See here. You have Na plus ions, okay, and Cl minus ions in the crystal. Actually, each sodium plus ion is surrounded by 6 Cl minus ions. So three-dimensional structure observe ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, okay, each sodium ion is surrounded by 6 Cl minus ion. ಅದೇ ತರ each Cl minus ion is also surrounded by 6 Na plus ion. That means each ion's coordination number is 6. Okay, in case of NaCl crystal, each ion, it can be Na plus ion or it can be Cl minus ion. Okay, now the ion's coordination number will be 6. Yakandre each Na plus is surrounded by 6 Cl minus. Each Cl minus is also surrounded by 6 Na plus. So idana nanu diagrammatic way nalli tomorrow class alli nanu toristini. Okay, so tomorrow we will learn about how NaCl crystal looks like, how cesium fluoride looks like, a coordination number hege 6 barutte, all that tomorrow's class alli I will tell you. So as of now, just try to remember coordination number of each ion in NaCl is 6. Okay, so 6 is quite high coordination number. So yava crystals alli coordination number high irutto, those crystals can show Schottky defect. Okay, so these are actually two conditions for a crystal to show the Schottky defect. What are the two conditions? One, crystals alli coordination number high irbeku. Okay, 6 or more than 6 normally. 6, 8, 12, either coordination number iro crystals alli Schottky defect is observed. And another thing enu andre cation anion size difference kadime irbeku. Okay, size difference between cation and anion should be least. So ee eradu conditions satisfy aadre for a particular crystal, you know, they can show Schottky defect, right? So this is very very important for competitive examinations. PU alli idella mention madbekagilla. Any two differences if you write, it's more than enough. But for the competitive exams, you know, conditions for Schottky defect is very important. I repeat once again. So yava crystals alli Schottky defect is observed. One is the crystals must show very high coordination number. Okay, the other one is the size difference between the cation and anion must be least. Okay, fine. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು trick ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, see the questions will be like this. 4 options ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ and they'll ask you which of them will show Schottky defect. Okay, so usually the trick that you have to follow is any crystal with alkali metal will definitely show Schottky defect. Okay, so idu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಗೆ. So any alkali metal salts, okay, metal salts actually they will satisfy the conditions of Schottky defect, so definitely they will show Schottky defect more than Frenkel defect. Okay, more than Frenkel defect. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, you know, those types of questions you can solve easily. Usually like example ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು which one show Frenkel, which one shows Schottky. It's not that you have to by heart the examples. Okay, nothing, just try to remember any alkali metal salts ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, then definitely alkali metals are quite big enough, and you know they combine with halogens mostly, and you know Ec minus to F minus things are quite bigger. Somehow size difference error middle alli ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Obviously they will show Schottky defect. Okay, fine. And also coordination number 6 and above 60 crystals allu ಅಷ್ಟೇ Schottky defect is observed. Coordination number 4 ಇದೆ, 2 ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you will definitely observe a Frenkel defect. Okay, so now you understood the conditions that is necessary for a crystal to show Schottky defect. Now we will go for what conditions alli Frenkel defect is observed. Okay, okay, so what did I tell you here? Okay, I gave you examples. So here the examples you observe, ZNS, AGBR again. Illu nanu ondu AGBR example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. That's very important. AGBR is the only crystal which can show both defects. Okay, so ee point na note down ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. AGBR is the only crystal that can show both Frenkel as well as Schottky defect. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ reason later I'll tell you. Just take down the example. AGBR, AGCL, etc. Okay, so if you see the examples, do you find any alkali metal salts? No, right? These you concentrate the positive guys here. You concentrate the positive ions. You know what? To which block of periodic table they belong? Yes, they belong to transition elements, right? So the point that you have to remember here is transition metal salts will always show Frenkel defect. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you see the transition metals, they are much smaller. They are smaller in size alla compared to alkali metals. Alkali metals ello first group alli barutte. Transition metals bandubiಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ group 3 to group number 12 middle alli barutte. And our transition elements are much smaller guys compared to your alkali metals. So ಯಾಕೆ smaller cation is preferred for Frenkel defect is because you see interstitial spaces ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ spaces ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ವಿ, but in reality interstitial spaces are very small. Okay, interstitial space ತುಂಬಾ small ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು cation ಹೋಗಿ ಆ space ನ occupy ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that cation has to be very smaller, right? Size of the cation matters a lot here because the cation is leaving its place and it's going to an interstitial space. Those spaces are much smaller. So if it has to occupy that smaller space, this must be smaller in size. Otherwise, how will it go and occupy that small space? It's not possible, right? So that's the reason smaller cations ide andre in any crystal, in any salt, then that one will definitely show Frenkel defect. It cannot show Schottky. Okay, so ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ interstitial spaces ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ cation ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. So smaller cations usually transition elements like D block elements and F block elements also. So ನಿಮ್ಮ D and F block elemental salts ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, they will only show Frenkel defect. Okay, so that is all about the Schottky defect. And now let me tell you what conditions. So here I told you two conditions for Schottky defect. One is cation and anion middle alli size difference kadime irbeku and coordination number of the crystals must be very high. But here just opposite. Okay, cation and anion middle alli size difference has to be huge. Large size difference must be there between cation and anion. Okay, and also coordination number of a crystal has to be less. That is 4 or below 4. Below 4 andre 2 is possible. Coordination 2 is possible. Coordination number 4 is possible. Andre coordination number 2 4 iro crystals alli matra Frenkel defect is observed. Okay, so let me write those points, note it down. So what are the two conditions? One is size difference between cation and anion must be large. Okay, and second one is coordination number of each ion in a crystal has to be less. Coordination number has to be less. Coordination number is less than raised to 4 or below. 4 or below. Okay, so these are the two important points that you have to remember about Frenkel and Schottky, mainly for the competitive exams. Okay, and then few examples by heart ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. As for PU point of view, 1 or 2 examples you keep in your mind, and otherwise for the competitive, when they ask questions like pick the one where Schottky is observed, Frenkel is observed, itara questions alkali metal salts, they will show Schottky. Transition metal salts will show Frenkel. E point ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. Okay, fine. And one more thing, as I told, one of our special salt, that is AGBR. Okay, so this is very important. Take a note. AGBR AgBr shows both Frenkel and Schottky. Frenkel and Schottky. Okay. See, normally, here the examples I gave you was NaCl I gave you, okay, and then KCl I gave you, right? All of them were example. You see Cl, F minus ion, Cl minus ion, you know, something like that. Either ions usually anion, you know, the starting anion, fluorine, chlorine, you know, they will show Schottky. Whereas if the anions are much bigger, you know, they will try to show Frenkel. Cation ತುಂಬಾ small, anion ತುಂಬಾ big ಇದ್ದಾಗ, okay, cation ತುಂಬಾ small, anion must be very much big anion, ಅಂದ್ರೆ I minus, cation very small, ಅಂದ್ರೆ transition element ಗೆ belong ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? So in that case they will show Frenkel ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, right? And you see this Br, it's not a very small anion, it's not a very big anion, right? So the Br's ionic size is quite different from chlorine, and it's quite different from iodine also. So that's the reason, you know, there is a correct sync between Ag plus ions size and Br minus ions size. You cannot exactly tell that there is large size difference between Ag and Br, and you cannot exactly tell that there is small difference between Ag and Br. Okay, so that's why you know, both defects it can show. Okay, say there is a sync between Ag and Br size. If Br is not too big anion, okay, to show Frenkel, it's not too small anion also to show Schottky. Its size is intermediate, right? So that is the reason we will show both Frenkel and Schottky. Okay, because the Br is not too big, Br is not too small also. Clear? So that's all about Frenkel and Schottky. And one more thing is, in both defects, that electrical neutrality is maintained. Okay, what do you mean by electrical neutrality? And the number of positive charges must be equal to the number of negative charges. Then we say the crystal is electrically neutral. Okay, so here if cation goes missing, anion also goes missing. Both of them go missing. So electrical neutrality is maintained. And here cation is missing from the side, but is it going outside of the crystal? No, it is staying in the crystal in the interstitial space. It's not going out of the crystal. So there also number of cations were equal to the number of anions. So electrical neutrality is maintained. Okay, so in both cases electrical neutrality maintain agutta? Yes, definitely yes. Okay, because nimge formula after the defect also remains the same. It's a stoichiometric defect. All stoichiometric defects alli electrical neutrality is maintained. Okay, it will not get disturbed. Okay, so that's all about Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. So they were called as stoichiometric defects. It's because formula is being same before the defect as well as after the defect. Okay. So now let us go for non-stoichiometric defects. Non-stoichiometric defects, they are also very important. Okay, ನಿಮಗೆ PUC ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು, but competitive ಗೆ they are also very important. Take down. So we went for the second variety, non-stoichiometric defects. Stoichiometric defects. See, there are, okay, so there are again two types of non-stoichiometric defects. They are metal excess defect, metal excess defects, and second one is metal deficiency defect. Deficiency defect. Okay, so both of them we have to discuss in detail. Say the moment I say the word non-stoichiometric, it is understood that the formula of a compound is going to be changed after the defect. Okay, so illi defect admele the ratio of cations and anions same iralla. Okay, difference irutte. That's why the formula annodu is going to be changed after the defect. That's why it is called as non-stoichiometric defects. Okay, so you will understand that once you see the example. Let us first try to understand metal excess defect. Metal excess defect, very important concept, you know. Okay, so let me take an example of NaCl. So ivaga nanu solva NaCl two dimensional crystal lattice na torisidini. That's like Na plus ion, Cl minus ion, Na plus, Cl minus. Okay, Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus. Okay, fine. Imagine this is your NaCl crystal where Na and Cl ions are arranged orderly. Okay, in a two-dimensional picture. And now, actually, NaCl, solid NaCl. When I take NaCl solid, does it has any color? Definitely no, it's colorless. Solid NaCl is colorless. That's white. White under nam chemistry we consider as colorless. Okay, so white and the barrier, just colorless. Fine. And now, when I heat this NaCl in presence of sodium vapors, in presence of sodium vapors. Okay, so heat madhu sodium presence alli nanu NaCl crystals na heat madala sodium vapors agtave. So there are sodium vapors above the crystal. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ Na plus Cl minus ನೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದ್ದು ಓಕೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ವೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ರೈಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ at very high temperature condition. So obviously ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ atoms ಏನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆಯೋ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ they would lose one electron and your Na will become Na plus because you are heating it. Ionization enthalpy of sodium is very less. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ heating ಸಾಕು sodium ಗೆ to lose its electron, right? So heating condition ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನ್ sodium atoms ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರೋ ಅದು vapors ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Vapors ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? This must have lost one electron and this sodium is there in the form of Na plus and single electron is there. Okay, so ivaga ಈ Cl minus sodium plus ಜೊತೆ attraction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Now ಹೊಸ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ there is a new friend which is similar to these guys. So what will happen? One of the Cl minus, some of the Cl minus will leave their side and they will go towards a new friend that is Na. Okay, so that's how Cl place has become vacant in a crystal lattice. Okay, so there is a vacancy created in this side. There is a vacancy created in this particular point. Okay, and what happens is Cl ಏನು ಅದರ place ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಸ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಯ್ತು towards Na plus. Okay, but to that place this electron will come and occupy. Okay, sodium has given one electron outside, no? So that electron will come and occupy this empty space. So such a defect is called as metal excess defect. Okay, so such a defect is called as metal excess defect. So what happens? A defect, what we can write here, defect arises due to vacant anionic center. Okay, defect arises due to vacant anionic center. Okay, so that anionic center, that anionic vacant site is occupied by electrons, and they are called as F centers. They are called as F centers. Okay, so ivaga ee vacant site actually adu Cl place, Cl minus to place hauda. ಇವಾಗ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೊಸ Na ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ Cl ಮೈನಸ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಆ empty place has been occupied by this electron, and this side we will call it as F centers. Okay, so whatever the anionic vacant site which is occupied by an electron is called as F centers. So this is really very important to understand. Okay, clear everyone? So ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದೇ Cl ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ, many Cls would go. ನಾನು ಒಂದು Cl ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಟಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ? So many sodium atoms ಇರುತ್ತೆ. All the sodium atoms would have lost electrons like this only. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಷ್ಟು Cl ಗಳು they leave their place and they will go outside. Okay, ಆ places ಎಲ್ಲ will be occupied by these electrons. Okay, so that means in a crystal you have lots of F centers. Andre in a crystal you have lots of single electron. Okay, and we studied a concept wherever single electrons are there and they are responsible for the color and they are also responsible for the magnetic nature, conducting nature, etc etc. Andre actually ee tara defect annodu NaCl ge it can give a very different property for NaCl. That's a conducting property. Okay, so actually if this type of defect is observed in NaCl, that particular NaCl can be more in conducting. Okay, so it can have more conducting property because more mobile electrons are there. These electrons can move, they can shift their positions from one vacant site to another, from another to another, like that. Okay, so and it's because of these F centers or single electrons a color is possible for NaCl. Usually when NaCl is alone it's colorless, but now the same NaCl when it is there in presence of sodium vapors, this kind of defect you will observe, and there is a single electron, right? There is an electron, and electron idaga it's responsible for the color because of the electron excitation. Color single electron idaga adu hege color ge responsible annodu ನಾವು I think in the 11th chapters we studied, right? Adu excite agutte, again when it comes down it will emit radiation. Okay, that radiation will have certain color. All that we studied in atomic structure chapter also, right? So it's because of this F centers, whenever NaCl is there with sodium vapors, it looks yellow in color. It looks yellow in color. Okay, so ಈ colors ಅನ್ನೋದು very important to remember. ಅದೇ ತರ KCl ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೇ ತರ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ in presence of potassium vapors, and in that case once this defect occurs, your KCl looks in violet color. It looks in violet color, right? Okay, and lithium chloride, if you have a lithium chloride, the same defect may occur in presence of lithium vapors and it looks in pink color. Okay, it looks in pink color. Like this, colors for the solids is possible whenever you observe such defect. Okay, so this is what we call metal excess. So why the word metal excess? Lots of metal in excess. See, sodium plus, which is the metal excess over the crystal lattice. I'm not talking about inside the crystal. Outside the crystal also there is a metal ions. Positive ions are more. Metal is more, right? So that's why it is called metal excess defect. Metal excess defect. Is the formula remaining same after the defect? No. Nodi, few of the sides ಅಲ್ಲಿ Na plus ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ Cl minus ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ, right? ಅವಾಗ the ratio of cation and anion is not at all equal. Formula ನಲ್ಲಿ definitely you will find a change, right? So that's why this is non-stoichiometric defect. Okay, so this is the concept of metal excess defect. Concept ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು very important. So how actually you get a color? So how actually the electron occupies the vacant site, and what do you call that site as? That is F center. Okay, so all that is really important concept. So hope this is clear. If this is clear, I'll go for one more example. So this is one type of metal excess. Okay, so either the metal excess defect is possible, and innother metal effect metal excess defect is also possible. We will discuss that. Shall I wrap everything? So hope you copy. Time is to say. Okay. So now the other metal excess effect, okay, you will observe in Zn. So usually, okay, keep it up. Zn, Zn plus 2, O minus 2 ion. Zn plus 2, O minus 2 ion. So ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು crystal lattice of Zn is there. Zn plus 2, O minus 2. 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 Okay, so this is how you have a crystal of ZnO. Usually when I read ZnO, what would happen is this Zn, it will be there in Zn plus 2. Okay, so e oxygen actually ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ half to ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, and you know Zn plus 2 and 2 electrons. Okay, Zn undergoes oxidation. Zn heat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, okay, so ಈ Zn plus 2 and 2 electrons are there and oxygen will come outside. Okay, fine. So usually in a crystal lattice, what will happen is these Zn plus 2 idavalla, they will leave their side. Okay, they will leave their lattice point and they will occupy this interstitial space. Okay, and you know what? Oh, you see the oxygen atoms, they are coming outside. Heat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so there are some vacant O minus 2 sides. So O minus 2 ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮತ್ರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿದಿರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? Zn plus 2. And ಈ Zn plus 2 also, they will not stay in their lattice side. They will come outside and they will stay in interstitial spaces because Zn is smaller cation. It belongs to transition element. Its size is very small. So ಅದನ್ನು heat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆ Zn plus 2 will come outside and it will stay in the interstitial spaces. And you know what? There are some neutral Zn atoms also. Okay, so they will give electrons at the end. The electrons of Zn is there, no? They will stay in the interstitial spaces. Okay, so neutral Zn atoms so alli ille irutte basically in the crystal. Okay, so those neutral Zn actually namge ee taradondu oxidation agi 2 electrons baruttalla, so those electrons also will stay in the interstitial spaces. Okay, so interstitial spaces alli electrons irutte. Ee electrons ellinda bandirbodu from the neutral Zn atom. Okay, and lattice alli already Zn plus 2 is there, right? And they will also come outside and occupy the interstitial spaces. Adar jotege O's also will go missing from the side. So such a defect is also called as metal excess defect. This is another case where metal excess defect can be generated. Okay, so metal is in excess, anion went missing, it went outside on heating. Okay, metal atoms are in excess all over. Okay, so that's why it is called as metal excess defect. Clear? So there are two examples we studied, two different examples we studied under metal excess defect. One was like NaCl case, the other one like crystals like ZnO. Okay, right? And many of them would be wondering how these electrons come under. Here and there some neutral Zn atoms irutte. Okay, so they will undergo oxidation and they give electrons. So our electrons ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು interstitial spaces na occupy ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Electrons has different interstitial spaces ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, and anions ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು will go missing because when you heat anion ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು lattice ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Right? So this is all about metal excess defect. So two possible ways of creating metal excess defect we studied. So now let me go for metal deficiency defect. I'm going for the next non-stoichiometric defect, that is metal deficiency defect. Okay, and here see there are some special crystals because metal deficiency defect is not seen for alkali metal salt type of crystals. Okay, so it is seen in very different type of crystals, like mainly oxides, It is observed in the crystals like FeO. It can be observed in the crystal like ZNS, etc. Then now normally FeO formula when we write, no, we write something like this: Fe 0.9501. Fe category 0.95, O category subsequently 1. So what do you mean by this? This means that for every one oxygen atom, there is only 0.95 of Fe. Okay, so Andre, ಇಲ್ಲಿ cation anion ratio is not equal. It is not in the form of 1:1. It is not in the form of 2:2 or something. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, for every one oxygen atom, ಎಷ್ಟು amount of ion is there? Only 0.95% of iron is there. Okay, actually one oxygen atom में one iron atom ಇರಬೇಕು ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, right? But no, ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಈ ತರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಯೋನ್, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಯೋನ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 0.95%. Okay, so this is how, andre you can understand looking at this formula, some amount of iron atoms are going missing, right? Some amount of iron atoms are going missing. Okay, so that's what I will show in the form of diagram. You see here, actually ether oxides na now spinels anta karithivi. Study about the spinels in the higher classes. Okay, this spinal andre enu andre ivaga ee positive part of this compound is iron, right? See here, iron's oxidation state. Looking at the formula, what is the oxidation state of iron that you can tell? Fe+2. Formula ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇವಾಗ FeO ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ +2 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ -2 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ FeO ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಐರನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು Fe+2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ Fe+2 ions ಇದಾವೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ O-2 ions ಇದಾವೆ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, ರೈಟ್? But along with Fe+2 ions, you will also find Fe+3 ions in the lattice. You will also find Fe+3 ions in the lattice. Okay, so such structures are called spinels. Normal spinels are no word not necessary. Just because to tell you that in the lattice you have both Fe+3 and Fe+2, I spoke about spinels. Either of those structures oxides the spinels anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so Fe has variable oxidation state. It can exist in +2, it can exist in +3. But FeO nalli there are some Fe+2 ions and there are some Fe+3 ions also. Okay, Fe+2 ions only illa lattice alli, Fe+3 no idave. Okay, so in there are two possible oxidation state ions ide andre one particular oxide alli, that's called as spinel. Okay, so now let me draw the crystal lattice of FeO. Observe. Okay, so Fe+2, O-2, Fe+2, O-2. Okay, Fe+2, O-2, Fe+2, O-2. I told you there are some Fe+3 ions also. So one Fe+3 ions. I have put here Fe+3, O-2. Fe+2, O-. Okay, fine. See what happens when you heat such crystals, or maybe some outside disturbance, maybe due to any other outside disturbance. You know what? Few of the Fe+2 ions. Okay, so few of the Fe+2 ions will go missing. Okay, here and there, few of the Fe+2 ions will go missing. Okay, but not Fe+3 ions. But not Fe+3 ions. Okay, say such a defect where metal is less in amount. Metal, let me show only one here. Okay, so one Fe+2 went missing. Okay, Fe+3 ions hage irutte, only one variety of Fe will go missing. Okay, a lower oxidation state ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಆ ion ಮಾತ್ರ miss ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? Fe+3 will stay like that only. Actually Fe+3 will help in maintaining electrical neutrality. ಓಕೆ ಅದು ಒಂದು Fe+2 ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಈ Fe+3 ions ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ they will try to maintain the electrical neutrality of the crystal. Okay, so such a defect is called as metal deficiency defect. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ atoms ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ion atoms ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ion atoms are less in number now, so for every one oxygen you don't have one Fe ion. Okay, you have little less Fe ions, that's why it is called as metal deficiency defect. Okay, so for every one oxygen you don't have one Fe, ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸೋ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. Fe 0.9501 ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ there is no one iron atom. Okay, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ that's what you will observe in metal deficiency defect. Okay, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು will go missing. Okay, cation will go missing, that's it. But ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾಲಿಟಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Fe+3 ions are also there, no, +3 more positive charge is there. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಒಂದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೋರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರೋ ions ಇದೆ, so number of positive charges will be equal to the number of negative charges. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ -2, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು Fe+3 ಇದಾವೆ, Fe+2 ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ Fe+3 ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗೋ ತರ ನೋಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that's why I told you electrical neutrality is maintained though the metal goes outside, electrical neutrality is maintained. Okay, so this is all about metal deficiency defect. Actually idರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, tomorrow I will explain them. Okay, so now just try to understand the concept first, right? Fine. So that's all about non stoichiometric defects. Time ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, so one more defect is left, that is impurity defect. We will discuss tomorrow. So with this all defects are completed. Tomorrow keep your neat material ready. We will discuss few questions relating to defects. Okay, tomorrow ಉಳಿದಿರೋ impurity defect ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು we will go for few competitive questions relating to defects. So keep your material ready by tomorrow. That's all about today's class. We'll see you tomorrow.